Morning, friends. My name is Dr. Ramesh Kumar. I am working as an assistant professor in well-reputed college in Madurai. So, we move on to our topic. The name of the topic is called the kidney. You know very well, kidney is the basic excretory organ in our system. It's incredibly excrete the waste product from the blood. And also we have a pair of kidneys to play the role throughout the life. Before we starting this topic, we should know some important information about the kidney. Kidney is the only organ to excrete the waste product. So other organs are not do like this function. Kidney is the important organ. Moreover, we have must eluted some waste products and drugs, the toxic chemicals, dyes. So let's we move on to the content. Here the beautiful image shown here. This is entirely called excretory system. This system consists three important parts, namely the first part is called blood arteries and blood veins around the kidney. This is the inferior vena cava and aorta. The basic vein arteries are to supply the blood to the kidney. First we go to the inferior vena cava. This is the largest vein which connected between the kidney and the heart, and also which carries the deoxygenated blood. So it carries the deoxygenated blood from the kidney to heart. Similarly, the aorta is the major arteries also connect between the heart and kidney, which carries oxygenated blood. So pure bloods are transported through aorta, and the deoxygenated bloods which carries the inferior vena cava. Once the inferior vena cava get branched and enter into the kidney, once again further divided into small veins, furtherly it's divided. Yes. Similarly, the arteries enter into the kidney. The name of the branches artery is called the renal artery. Similarly, the branch of vein is called renal vein. So this is the main vein or arteries to supply the blood to the kidney. Okay. So no other way the blood enter into the kidney. Okay. The aorta vena cava is the major play important role, and also here some obstructions are, and the renal blood flow also was controlled by this vena cava and aorta. So we are going to study in late videos. This is the first part. Second part of the excretory system is called kidney. Kidney is the bean-shaped organ, you know very well, and also it's look like a reddish brown color. This bean shape was maintained by the famous outermost layer is called renal capsules. The reddish brown color will provide by the renal veins or arteries are rich in the kidney, so it's look like a reddish brown color. And also the diameter of the kidney is the approximately 3 to 5 centimeter diameter. Similarly, the length of the kidney approximately 10 to 15 centimeter in length. And also the weight of the kidney is around 40 to 70 grams per kidney. This is a basic informations. Once again, the kidney contains the basic unit of kidney's nephron. The nephron present in the kidney and also they are involved in the excretion of waste products. Moreover, a nephron is also called as a filtering unit in the kidney. Uh, so each kidney contains 1.2 millions of neurons. So a pair of kidney both contains 2.4 millions of nephrons. So approximately 1 million of nephrons is enough for us for excreting the waste products throughout the life. But we have more nephrons are there. All nephrons are to play the role to excrete the waste products. The nephrons are doing some functions like filtration, reabsorption, and secretions. So these are major functions the kidney do important role. Another important point is the location of kidney is the behind the peritoneum at the back of abdominal cavity. Yes, this is the exact location of the kidney. So the urinary system consists of majorly pair of kidneys plus urinary tracts. The urinary tracts means urethra, bladder, and urethra. This is collectively called urinary tract. So kidneys filter the blood and remove the metabolic waste products. Yes, so number of waste products are we are generated in routine and daily. The namely is called creatinine, urea, uric acids, amino acids, proteins, glucose, electrolytes, salts, and water. So those molecules are excreted by the kidney. Okay. So in the right kidney, slightly lower than the left kidney, because the liver to create some pressure, the presence of liver in the abdominal cavity, and also very largest gland on the system, which creates some pressure to the kidney. So the right kidney is slightly lower. And also the third part of the excretory system is called urethra, urine bladder, and urethra. This is the urethra. It's a tube-like structure which connect the kidney and urine bladder. This is the urethra. Yes. And also the urine bladder is temporarily urine stored up to 7 to 800 ml of urine. So once the urine bladder is full, so the surrounding knows to instruct our brain. So here is valve is there. The valve is get open. So the urine flow into the urethra. So this is the major parts of the excretory system. Then we move on to the anatomy, physiology of the kidney. Okay. First we studied adrenal gland. Why? Because the pair of adrenal gland situated top portion of the kidney. This is also considered as an excretory system, but it's divinely as a endocrine gland, which produce a number of hormones. That's why we are putting a renal, collectively called adrenal glands. So this gland produce some hormones. So that hormones to play the role in excretory functions. That's why we are learning this time. Okay. Okay. The adrenal gland is a triangle in shape, and also the 80% of the adrenal gland occupied by the adrenal cortex. Remaining 20% of the adrenal gland occupied by adrenal medulla. The medulla means the inner part, the cortex means outer part. Okay. We are starting from medulla. Adrenal medullary hormones are epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine. These hormones are involve some functions, some endocrine functions. Like endocrine function means so the hormone produced from the gland, and the hormones transported in the blood, and finally the hormones to bind to the another organ and do functions. That is called endocrine hormones. So likewise, epinephrine, norepinephrine, uh, uh, highly determined, it's called stress hormone. That's the emergency hormone. Both are maintain the acid-base balance in our system. Acid-base balance is so removal of excess acids, removal of excess alkaline, and finally to maintain the acid balance in the blood. So we know very well the blood pH is 7.4, and so this pH was correctly maintained by these hormones. Okay. So another hormone is that is called a dopamine. The dopamine acts as a hormone, sometimes acts as a neurotransmitter. So which involve the neurotransmission reaction around the renal neurons. Okay. So second part is called adrenal cortex. The adrenal cortex once again classified into three parts. This is first part is zona glamourosa, zona fasciculata, and zona reticulosus. This is the major parts present in the renal cortex. Exactly 78% of the adrenal cortex covered by the zona fasciculata. Zona fasciculata is the largest part of the adrenal cortex. The second largest part of the adrenal gland is zona glandulosa. The third part of the renal cortex is zona reticulosus. So these parts will provide some hormones. The major hormone is mineralocorticoids and glucocorticoids. So glucocorticoids is a group of hormones to play their role. So we are going to study some another video. Majorly in the glucocorticoids contains the famous hormone called cortisol. The cortisol is a major hormone in the glucocorticoids. It acts as a substrate for another steroid hormones, synthesis of steroid hormones. Okay. The major hormone is called aldosterone, come under the mineralocorticoids. The aldosterones do some important function in the excretion. This aldosterone to do some important function. One is aldosterone to maintain the sodium balance. Yes, sodium balance. Yes. How means the aldosterone to binds the tubular section in the kidney and filter the sodium ion, reabsorbs the sodium ion and excretion of the sodium ions. So this level according to the sodium level we need. So likewise the entire sodium maintenance done by the aldosterone. Another hormone is androgen and estrogen. Androgen is the male sex hormone, estrogen is the female sex hormone. So we are going to study some another videos. Okay, this is the main important basic information about adrenal gland. Then we move on to anatomy of kidney. Yes, a beautiful image shown here. The kidney contains a variety of parts. We are going to learn one by one. The first part of the kidney is called prenephritic fat and prenephritic fascia. This is the two important layer, fatty like layer, which covered the entire kidney, which covers the entire kidney. Yes, entire kidney. So this two important layer also covered with the adrenal gland, including adrenal gland, this layer entirely covered. Okay. So this layer and the, the space between the layer and the renal capsules, some fatty like globules are there. These globules, fatty globules, which occupies the space, and also it provide the lubricants to the kidney and act as some physical barrier. Okay. The name of the layer is called free nephrotic fat and free nephrotic fascia. Okay. Second part is called adrenal, and we already learned. Okay. The third fourth part of the renal kidney is called renal capsules. Renal capsules are doing some important function. The renal capsules are entirely covered with the kidney. Entirely covered with the kidney. These renal capsules will provide structure the kidney. So this is the only parts which maintain the bean shape. Number two, the renal capsules also involve act as a barrier from the some environmental nature like trauma, surgery, or accident, or any other obstruction, some pressure. So this act as a barrier and also involve the kidney production activities. So followed by renal capsules, major part of the kidney is called the renal cortex. This is the renal cortex part. This is a major part, and also most of the excretion, filtration takes place in this region. And also the entire nephron. Some of the nephrons are present in the renal cortex. The nephrons called cortical nephrons. Some of the nephrons also present in the both cortex and medulla. So this the type of nephrons called juxtaglomerular nephrons. Okay. So another part of the kidney is called renal medulla. So the remaining part, the collectively called renal medulla, and also inner part of the kidney. The renal medulla contains the major part like renal pelvius, major calyx and minor calyx, and urethra. This is the another parts present in the renal medulla. First we go to renal pelvius. Renal pelvius, this is the region, renal pelvius. So look like a funnel and also which collect the urine and transported into the urethra. Yes, this is the hot spot of renal stones because it's cavity-like structure. Okay. Once the renal pelvius get propagated and divided into 2 and 3 parts. The name of the parts is called major calyx. So once again the major calyx subdivided into another 1 or 2 branches. And the name of the branch is called minor calyx. This is the minor calyx. Here indicated very clearly. A minor calyx, this is the major calyx. So the minor calyx, major calyx, and pelvius and urethras jointly together, and to allow the flow of urine into the urethra. Okay, next part is called renal papilla. Renal papilla is the junction which connects between the renal pyramid and minor calyx. This is the junction area. The name of the region is called renal papilla. Okay. The next part of the kidney is called a renal pyramids. The renal pyramids look like a pyramid structure. The entire pyramid contains major collecting duct, major collecting duct, otherwise called medullary collecting ducts. So those collecting ducts are joined together at the region of renal papilla. Finally, the urine comes to minor calyx, followed by major calyx, and followed by renal pelvileates, and followed by urethra. Okay, this minor calyx divided. So the junction of the minor calyx contains some fatty-like globules. These globules too separate the uh, minor calyx from the major calyx. Another important part of the kidney is called the curvature area of the kidney is called renal ileum. This is the renal ileum area which allows the urethra, renal vein, renal arteries, and other neurons, renal nerves. So this curvature region is called renal ileum. This is the only region, entire veins, renal arteries, urethra, renal nerves are joined together, enter to the kidney. The most important part of the kidney is called the nephron, so which we are going to next slide. Another part of the kidney is called the urethra. Urethra is a tube-like structure which connect the kidney and urine blood. And also the urethra is a major containing major hotspots for renal stones. So this is a figure shown here called nephron. I'm already told nephron is the basic unit of kidney as a filtering unit. The nephron doing amazing functions like filtration, reabsorption, and secretions. Okay, we are going to learn one by one. First, we learn the major part of the nephron. Nephron contains glomerulus, Bowman capsule, followed by Bowman capsule. The entire region is called up to here. The name of the region is called proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule. Followed by proximal convoluted tubule, the tube going to extended like a U shape. This region is called Henle loop or loop of Henle. Either it's descending in nature, the area is called descending loop of Henle. Either it's ascending in nature, it's called ascending loop of Henle. Okay. From here up to here, this region is called distal convoluted tubules. Distal convoluted tubules. This part of the nephron doing some important functions, and also from distal tubules and loop of Henle and proximal convoluted tubules and collecting duct. The important major part of the nephrons are entirely composed by the cells called epithelial cells. So this is the epithelial cell layer. Yes, entirely covered with the epithelial cells. These cells exist in variety of forms. Principal cells or corn cells, a number of forms are there. This epithelial cells doing some very incredible functions. It's called name of the function is called reabsorption. Yes. Okay. So this from here up to here, this part is called a collecting duct. Collecting. So number of collecting duct joined together. Finally, the urine collected goes to renal papilla followed by minor, major calyx and renal pelvilis. Here, a line shown here. This is the line which indicates glomerulus, Bowman capsule, distal convoluted tubules, and proximal convoluted tubules are located in the renal cortex area. Only the distal convoluted tubules and the collecting ducts are present in the renal medullary region. Renal medullary region. Yes. So apart from these, here important area is called juxtaglomerular apparatus. This is juxtaglomerular apparatus means when the nephron present in both cortex and medullary region is called juxtaglomerular apparatus. This is a specialized region which once again connected with the afferent efferent arterioles and also followed by glomerulus. This is specialized cells present in the this region is called macula densa. Macula densa cells connected this distal convoluted tubules into the glomerulus. Here some reabsorption takes place. The minor part of the nephron is called afferent arterioles. This afferent arterioles which carries the blood into the nephron. The efferent arterioles which carries the blood from the glomerulus to another veins. Here glomerulus is the major part of the nephron. Glomerulus consists mesh network of blood veins. So these veins which allows the waste product into the Bowman capsule cleft followed by basement membrane, then followed into the proximal convoluted tubules. Here the important membrane is called glomerular basement membrane. This membrane acts as a filter, and also this membrane acts as a passive transporter. So passive transporter means when the concentration gradient, so what are the substances present in the blood entirely filtered into the filtrate. So you know very well what are the components are there in the blood. Similar components are there in the filtrate also. So once the molecules come to the filtrate, once again the molecules are going to reabsorb. So the waste products are only eluted out through by the proximal condylar loop or distal convoluted tubules followed by collecting duct. Okay. So this is a passive transporters. So how these basement membranes are working? We go to the next slide. This is the cross section of wall of glomerulus, which doing very important function. This is the basement membrane, glomerular basement membrane, the double membrane. The membrane composed by the protein networks called collagen. Collagen proteins are entirely composed. The collagen proteins are act as like a filter. This is the filter pore. The filter pore. Here the molecules allow from the blood to filtrate. And also the important cells present in the basement membrane, surrounded by the basement membrane, is called the podocytes. The podocytes also play the important role in the filtration. So this is the blood vein. The blood vein contains some spores. This spores will allow the waste products into the filtrate. This membrane, this basement membrane acts as a passive transporter which allows the all molecules. Once the molecules comes into the filtrate, then the all molecules are essential molecules are reabsorbed. This is the endothelium cell covered with the blood veins. This is the blood side. This is the urinary side. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Once again, a summary of this video. Excretory system consists of three parts. One is inferior vena cava and aorta. Inferior vena cava act as a renal vein, aorta act as a renal arteries. So both of arteries or veins carries the blood into the kidney. Inferior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood, aorta which carries oxygenated blood. Once again it's get branched into the enter into the kidney. The region is called renal ileum. Okay. Second part of the excretory system called the kidney. Kidney contains nephrons and also bean shaped, reddish brown in color, 3 to 5 centimeter in diameter, with 10 to 15 centimeter in length, around 35 to 70 gram of weight. The kidney important role to excrete the waste products. So come to the anatomy of kidney. So anatomy of kidney concern, the kidney divided into majorly two parts. One is renal cortex and renal medulla. Renal cortex contains minor parts called renal capsule and also prenephritic fatty layer. So one more gland is there. The gland is called adrenal gland. So adrenal gland produce the variety of hormones, especially aldosterone. Aldosterones involved in the reabsorption of sodium and renin-angiotensin system. Okay. Followed by cortex. The cortex contains the basic unit of nephrons. Those nephrons are called cortical nephrons. Some of the nephrons are present in the both cortex and medulla. It's called juxtaglomerular nephrons. Okay. Followed by medulla. Medulla contains minor regions called renal pelvius, major calyx, and minor calyx. And one more is renal papilla, and another is called renal pramenes. This is collectively called renal medulla. So third part is urethra. Urethra contains urethra, bladder, and urethra. Okay. So next come to the nephron. Nephron contains very well glomerulus, Bowman capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubules and collecting duct. So each and every part of the nephrons to play important role. We are going to learn in detail following videos. So followed by wall of glomerulus. Glomerulus contains blood vessels. The blood will directly contact with the basement membrane. Membrane acts as a filtrate. So which act as the allow the molecules from the blood into filtrate. So finally, if you are satisfied this information from this video, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.